So tell me, yes. So we'll start with the S, that is scientist. Who is a data scientist and what is the job of a data scientist? So basically, data scientist works with creating data or creating information from the data available on the domain, right? So you have nowadays AI. So AI is what? AI is generative AI. So you generate data or you generate records from the data. So that is the use of AI, artificial intelligence. Okay. So because we want to take faster decisions, we want to predict, we want to have the prediction and analysis. So that is what is all about the data science is all about. Okay. So you use Python and different languages to create codes or to create software that will help you in data prediction. Okay, so that is what actually a data scientist does. But when it comes to data analysis, so tell me, data analysis will be of the past data, the data which has already been accumulated, something which has already been happened in the past, or it will be of the events which are going to take place in the future. Data analysis will be of the past events or the future events. What do you say? You can write down past or present in the or future in the chat box.
As per my point of view, actually, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay, as per my point of view, it is like we are analyzing the past, that means like past, we are taking the past data and finding the insights from their data and for to get the future, how it will be developed. Means like if there is something losses there in the business, so how can it will be develop in the future?
Correct.
That is where
Right. So
that's
you
why
want
we
to
are
say,
using doing data analysis.
right. So you mean to say that we do data analysis of the past data to understand what has happened in the past, so
Yeah,
that we can also take corrective actions in the future, or we can have some good predictions about the
yeah,
future, how the future is going to be. Okay.
yeah.
So you are correct. Even Sham Sundar said both. So that is also correct. So data analysis is all about analyzing the data which you have accumulated from the past, or which you want to analyze because you want to take some decisions in the future. So the objective of data analysis, doing an analysis of the data, is to take what? Is to take decisions. Am I right? Why we do data analysis? Because we want to take decisions. And why taking correct decisions is important for any organization, any business? Can you tell me why it is important to take the right decisions? When it comes to business or when it comes to personal decisions as well, why it is always important to have the right decisions, right choices? Yes, anyone? Yes, Shibani and Dinesh.
Yeah, actually, that is for increase the business. How the business will increase. That is the purpose.
Correct. So everyone wants to have more profit. We want to have more turnover. We want to increase the business sales. So that is why we want to take the right decisions. We want to take the decisions which will help us in growing. Okay. So if there is no growth, there is no point in continuing the business. Am I right? So now
Yeah,
I'm sharing my screen, and now we are going to dive into a tool which is used for data analysis. We already talked about data science and data analysis. Okay, now we are going to look at the tool which will actually help you in doing the data analysis. So what all we are going to cover in this session? First is what is Power BI, then what is the workflow of Power BI, then what are the different types of services available, how Excel and Power BI are different, then what are Power BI desktop and web services, components of Power BI, steps to create a dashboard, building blocks of Power BI, advantages, disadvantages, and different types of analysis that you are going to see. Okay. Now, Power BI is a Microsoft self-service BI platform. Now, when I talk about Power BI, what is BI stands for over here? What is BI? AI, you all know that AI is
Yeah.
artificial intelligence, right? What is BI?
Business intelligence.
Business intelligence. Okay. Now, why we need business? Why do we need intelligence in doing business? Because if we do not do business intelligently, then we'll not be able to make profit, or will not be rather be able to create good wealth from the business, right? Everyone, every entrepreneur, every business owner wants to create a lot of money from the business, or to want to scale up the business. So intelligent decisions need to be taken so that your business can see a growth, right? So Power BI is a Microsoft product which can be used on premises, like you can use the desktop version or you can use the cloud based version, which helps business users to aggregate, analyze, visualize, and share data. Okay, so nowadays, suppose we take an example of Geo Retail or Reliance Fresh or Reliance Smart or any other outlet, okay, Amazon and all. Do they have the outlet at one city only, or they have the outlet at different cities, multiple locations? If I talk about Reliance stores, okay, Reliance Fresh, let's talk about Reliance Fresh. They have their presence in only in one city or the metro cities, in all the cities across the country,
Yeah, all the cities.
all the cities. So suppose Mr. Ambani wants to know what is the total sale in all the stores on a single day. Okay, what is the numbers? How the month has closed, how the day has closed, how the week has been, whether it is increasing or not. Okay, so how he can come to know about this?
So he will,
Yeah,
yeah,
yes, please continue.
actually he will collect the data from different stores or sources.
Correct.
That then he will
Right.
try to find the, he will analyze the data. Yes.
Exactly. So he will have to collect the data from all the stores, and all the stores will share their report, their sales report, and based on that sales report, a consolidated report will be created, and then he will be able to understand how the business is happening across the different stores. Okay. So Power BI makes it easy to combine the data from different data sources, different places, different geographies, and convert the data into a visual, okay, into very smart visuals, or you can say appealing visuals. The purpose being that when you see the data in a tabular form, it is not very, what you can say, easy to comprehend, and you cannot take decisions based on that data, right? So what you need to do is you need to have a tool which can actually convert the data into visuals so that you can visualize them, you can analyze them, and you can take decisions. So Power BI connects a wide range of data sources and streamlines the data gathered for better understanding. Then, just a minute, there are some people joining in. So, okay, fine. Now, so Power BI helps in gathering the data and connecting it with other data and presenting into visuals. So by spotting and analyzing data patterns, Power BI helps organization identify past events, monitor present activities, and forecast future insight. So as I asked you, like what data you would like to analyze, the past data, present data, future data, the answer is all the data. So we would like to analyze the past data to see how the trend has been. We would like to see the present data to see how it is happening now, and we would like to analyze the future trend also of the data so that we can predict the future. Okay, can you create the future? Can we create the future?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can create
How?
to analyze the past data. So we can create.
Right, you can analyze the past data and you can create the future. Okay, you can what you can say, you can improve on your present so that your future is good, right? So but your present actions is a result of what? Past results. Okay, so whatever is happening today is a result of past decisions you have taken, right? You are here in this session today because you had decided to come for this webinar. You had registered for this webinar. You have filled the Google form and then you have got into the group, or you are already in the group and you have got this link and you have taken out time to attend this webinar or this informatory session on Power BI. That means you are serious about understanding how this works. And let me tell you, in the coming years, in the coming time, it is going to be the next Excel of the tools. So I must be I am having an impression that all the joinees, there are 21 participants now. Okay. So all the participants must be using Excel in their work or in your college or in your studies. You must have seen Excel. So I would like to understand how many of you know or have used Excel in your domain, in your work life, in your areas. Anyone who has never used Excel? Anyone? You can say no if you have not used. If you have used, you can say yes, I have used Excel. So okay, so just be interactive. I don't like to take actually sessions which are very boring. Okay, where I there is a one-way traffic, only I'm communicating and people are listening. So I don't like this kind of sessions. So I want your participation so that you also feel that it's not boring. Okay, and yes, we can have some interaction. So people are saying Dolly has replied yes. What about others? Have you used Excel? So if you're not replying, that I'm assuming that you're not. Okay. So if you have used, if you've seen the software, then you can say yes in the chat box. Okay. Yes. So no, someone is saying no also. Not a problem. Okay. But yes, Excel is a very basic software, very famous and well used known software for data gathering and analysis. Okay, but nowadays Power BI has become very powerful and very what you can say famous, very popular in the coming times because of the usage. Okay, so what Power BI can do? Power BI can connect to different sources like SQL, your PDF, your Oracle, or Excel and CSV and different streams. So it can connect to different sources. It can gather the data. It can use AI and machine learning into it. And then finally, after doing all these things, it will finally fetch you a report, which will be visual in nature. We're going to see a practical aspect also. Let me just cover the fundamental points and then I'll show you how actually this works. This happens. Okay. So there are three types of services available in Power BI. One is a Power BI desktop. So what do you understand by the word desktop? Everyone must have used a desktop, right? So what is a desktop? Can anyone explain me? Can you unmute and just tell me what is a desktop? Come on. There are 28 participants now. The number is increasing. Okay. So I want some very what you can say enthusiastic learners who want to participate. Okay. So there are girls and there are boys. So please don't be shy in speaking out. Okay. So just speak out and tell me what is a desktop. I'm not asking what is Power BI desktop. I'm just asking what is a desktop. And I want the answer in a layman language. बहुत simple language में जो आपको पता है डेस्कटॉप के बारे में आप बता सकते हैं.
हेलो गुड इवनिंग सर।
गुड इवनिंग.
डेस्कटॉप मीन्स जो भी हम काम करते हैं मतलब हम एक्सेल शीट पे कुछ काम करते हैं या फिर कुछ भी काम करते हैं, हमको जो कुछ हम देखते हैं। हेलो।
हाँ हाँ, बोलिए बोलिए.
अ,
बोलिए.
हम
राइट.
जो भी कुछ काम करते हैं जैसे कि हम एक्सेल शीट पे कुछ काम कर रहे हैं,
बिल्कुल.
जहाँ पे हम देखते हैं, जहाँ पे हम कुछ पता चलता है कि नहीं ये हो सकता है। हम जो कुछ भी
हम्म.
जहाँ पे देख के हम सीखते हैं
हम्म.
उसको हम डेस्कटॉप कहते हैं।
ओके. तो अच्छा ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही आपने बोला कि जहाँ पे भी हम जो भी हम देख रहे हैं स्क्रीन पे, एक्सेल पे, उसको हम डेस्कटॉप बोलते हैं. तो फिर स्क्रीन किसको बोलते हैं? अभी मैं लैपटॉप यूज कर रहा हूँ, मेरे लैपटॉप की स्क्रीन पे सामने मुझे प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाई दे रहा है और जूम सर्विस दिखाई दे रही है, मेरा फोटो दिखाई दे रहा है. तो इज इट अ डेस्कटॉप और इट इज अ डिस्प्ले, इट्स अ मॉनिटर? मैं थोड़ा सा डिटेल, थोड़ा सा और एडवांस लेवल पे ले जा रहा हूँ आपको. तो बेसिकली डेस्कटॉप, डेस्क के टॉप पे जो रखा होता है उसको डेस्कटॉप बोलते हैं बेसिकली, है ना। इफ यू गो बाय द लिटरल मीनिंग, अगर इसका पूरा हिंदी विच्छेद कर दें हम डेस्कटॉप का, तो डेस्क के टॉप पे जो रखा है, तो पहले जब कंप्यूटर्स होते थे या जिसको पर्सनल पीसी हम बोलते हैं, उसके अंदर देयर वाज अ मॉनिटर, देयर वाज अ सीपीयू एंड देयर वाज अ कीबोर्ड एंड माउस, एम आई राइट, एंड देयर वाज वन मोर यूपीएस ऑल्सो. In offices, when you go to any corporate and you join any corporate, you will see these kind of setups. When you go to any colleges, IT labs, उसके अंदर भी ऐसे ही होता है, right? But the desktops have now been replaced by laptop. लैपटॉप को लैपटॉप क्यों बोलते हैं? Because you can put on your lap and you can start working on it. Okay, and then you have palm top also, right? Because you can hold that in the palm and you can start working, correct? तो पावर BI डेस्कटॉप क्या है? डेस्कटॉप मींस अ सॉफ्टवेयर और एन एप्लीकेशन that you can install on your laptop or on your system and you can use only in that system. जहां आपने इंस्टॉल किया है पावर BI को, अगर उसी कंप्यूटर के अंदर, उसी लैपटॉप के अंदर आप उसको यूज कर सकते हैं, तो उसको हम बोलेंगे पावर BI डेस्कटॉप. ठीक है. अच्छा, मुझे एक बात का आंसर दीजिए, ठीक है? आई एम टॉकिंग वेरी सिंपल लैंग्वेज. अगर आपको ईमेल ओपन करना है, आपका ईमेल, तो आपको अपना ही लैपटॉप या पीसी की जरूरत है, या आप किसी के भी लैपटॉप पे अपना ईमेल खोल सकते हैं?
या
एनी,
किसी के भी लैपटॉप में हम खोल सकते हैं।
किसी के लैपटॉप में भी आप खोल सकते हैं और आपके मेल्स चेक कर सकते हैं कहीं से भी अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. ठीक है. क्यों
करेक्ट।
ऐसा? क्योंकि आपका जो ईमेल सर्वर है वो कहां पर स्टोर है? वो क्लाउड बेस्ड है. ठीक है. मतलब इट इज नॉट, योर डेटा इज नॉट स्टोर्ड ऑन अ पर्सनल मशीन. हाँ, किसी भी लैपटॉप से आप उसको देख सकते हैं डेटा को. तो जब हम बात करते हैं पावर BI वेब सर्विस की, वेब का मतलब क्या होता है? Web means website. Okay, so anything that is on the cloud, that is called as a web. So Power BI web service allows you to publish, share, and collaborate on interactive reports and dashboard in a secure online environment. Now, tell me, अभी जो हम काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, आफ्टर कोविड, और इंडिया में अभी जो प्रोग्रेस हो रहा है, इंडिया इज नाउ अ ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी. इंडिया इज बिकमिंग अ ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी. Nowadays people are working from home. So WFH, वर्क फ्रॉम होम वाला कंसेप्ट आ चुका है ऑलरेडी. सो ये पॉसिबल कैसे हुआ? ये पॉसिबल ऐसे हुआ कि ऑल द डेटा व्हाट यू नीड इज ऑन द क्लाउड, इज ऑन द सर्वर, एंड यू कैन एक्सेस इट फ्रॉम एनी मशीन दैट यू आर वर्किंग ऑन, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट यू कैन वर्क फ्रॉम एनीवेयर, राइट? तो अभी अगर मिस्टर अंबानी जो है, हम जिनकी बात करें थोड़ी देर पहले, इफ ही इज इनटू लेट्स से मॉरिशियस में हॉलीडेज बना रहा है, और उनको पता करना है कि बॉम्बे में क्या हो रहा है, या दिल्ली में क्या हो रहा है, या कोई और गुजरात में क्या हो रहा है, ठीक है, और इन माय बिजनेस व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, तो ही कैन ओपन हिज मोबाइल, ही कैन ओपन हिज लैपटॉप एंड ही विल गेट द रिपोर्ट. यस और नो? यस और नो?
यस।
Yes,
Yes, yes,
yes, yes. Why it is possible? How it is possible? Because the data is connected. We are connected to internet and everything is updated on a real time basis. Real time basis पे आपको सब पता चलता है. When you go to the railway website, when you go to the book my show or book my trip website, you get to see the actual position of the railway tickets. ठीक है. आपको फ्लाइट बुक करना है, कितना सीट अवेलेबल है, क्या रेट पे अवेलेबल है, और जैसी बुक हो जाता है, कोई आपको फ्लाइट में जाना था लेकिन वो बुक हो गया, तो आपको दिखा देता है कि देयर आर नो सीट्स अवेलेबल, राइट? सो दिस इज हैपनिंग बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज नाउ ऑनलाइन, एंड सेकेंडली एवरी minute data is updating on a real time basis. So are you understanding what I'm saying? So that is why we need a software which can work on a online platform and we can share the data with the world. ठीक है. क्योंकि अगर हमें बिजनेस करना है, मान लीजिए मैं यहाँ पर, आई एम अ ट्रेनर, आई एम ट्रेनिंग पीपल. नाउ इफ आई हैव अ ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट एट माय प्लेस, आई बिलोंग टू अजमेर राजस्थान. So if I open a classroom over here and I start teaching people physically, तो कितने लोगों को मैं पढ़ा पाऊंगा बताइए? कितने लोगों को, या कौन से एरिया के लोगों को मैं पढ़ा पाऊंगा? अगर मैं अजमेर में फिजिकल क्लासेस ओपन करता हूं, तो आई विल बी एबल टू केटर टू ओनली दोज पीपल हु आर इन अजमेर. एम आई राइट? एम आई
या
राइट?
करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट।
करेक्ट. बट इफ आई आस्क यू, अगर मैं यहाँ पे 30 पार्टिसिपेंट्स हो गए Okay, every 5 minutes, 2 minutes, people are increasing. Okay, so if I ask you that which location have you joined from, ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन मैंने स्टार्टिंग में ही पूछा था, कुछ लोगों ने आंसर दिया, बहुत सारे लोगों ने अभी तक आंसर नहीं दिया है. तो दोज हु हैव जॉइंड नाउ, कैन यू नाउ आंसर लाइक विच लोकेशन यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम. सो आई विल हार्डली सी, आपको बहुत कम लोग दिखेंगे जो अजमेर लोकेशन से होंगे. आई विल बी हैप्पी इफ समवन इज फ्रॉम अजमेर लोकेशन. ओके, यू कैन शेयर योर लोकेशन, सो आई विल कम टू नो कि कहाँ से लोग आ रहे हैं. इन माय सेशंस आई गेट पीपल फ्रॉम even outside India also, okay, abroad, because it is online. So anyone, people can join from anywhere, right? So we have people from Tamil Nadu, we have people from Odisha, we have people from Maharashtra. Okay, so there are people from across India. Okay, so why it is possible? Because now we are connected online. Anyone who has got a link can join from any place. USBM, what is that? USBM? Someone has written USBM. Shubham, can you just elaborate what it is, USBM? Name of a college. Okay, I was thinking it is a location, because now I'm asking, okay, which location this college is it situated at? USBM. Okay, anyways, so people are joining from different locations, right? The Power BI app provides mobile access to reports and dashboard, enabling user to stay informed and make data-driven decisions on the go. Now, my next question, okay, it's located in Odisha. Very good. So I have been into Odisha for last 3 months, and it's a very awesome place. I must tell everyone. Okay, it has nothing to do with Power BI, but yeah, I like that place like anything. Okay, so my regards to all the people from Odisha and across India. Okay, now coming back to my next question, have you joined from laptop or mobile? So you have to type in mobile or laptop in the chat box now. Okay, so have you joined through laptop or mobile? Laptop. Mobile. Okay, mobile. Some are saying mobile, some are saying laptop, cell phone. Okay, so now you have the flexibility of joining through laptop also, through mobile also. Similarly, Power BI can be used on a laptop and even on a mobile device. So you have an app of Power BI, you can download that app, you can log into your account, and you can see your figures, your dashboard, your reports on the go on your mobile. You don't need to open your laptop, or you don't need to connect to your devices. You can see your data on the mobile itself. Now we'll discuss how Power BI is different from Excel. Okay, and for those who don't know Excel, I will show you something in Excel also now. Okay, so next 5 minutes, 5 more minutes, we'll discuss the theoretical things, and then we are going to deep dive into how the Power BI looks like. Okay, so stay there and stay for the next 30 minutes, because we are going to discuss a lot many things, and you are going to get a lot more insight about what is Power BI. So Excel is a spreadsheet, is also called a spreadsheet program for data entry, calculation, basic analysis. So if you are into a college, or if you're going to any organization, or if you had worked with any company, your attendance sheet is maintained on an Excel sheet. Your report card is made on an Excel sheet. Whatever data we see, if you download any report from any government website, okay, let's say we want to find out like what is the GST collection across India. So the report that you will download from the server will come into an Excel format. Okay. So it is suitable for a smaller data set and simple task. It is used for data modeling and visualization. So when you see the company's balance sheet, P&L account, they're also created in Excel. Okay. So Excel is a powerful tool for data analysis and manipulation. Now, if we have Excel, and Excel can do anything. Okay. Yeah. Timetable. Very good. So the best example of use of Excel is timetable. You can create a timetable in Excel. So if Excel can do all these things, then why do we need Power BI? So there are some limitations, or some what you can say shortcomings of Excel, due to which Microsoft had come up with Power BI. But Power BI is not a substitute of Excel. Power BI is just an enhancement over Excel. Okay, it requires Excel. The data will come from Excel only to Power BI, but Power BI will convert this into a visual. Okay, so it's a business analytics and data visualization and interactive reporting tool designed for handling large data set and complex analysis. The analysis which cannot be done in Excel can be easily done in Power BI, and Power BI supports more than 100 data sources. So you can connect more than 100 data sources, data into one software, that is Power BI, and you can do the analysis. It provides real-time data refresh and integration with various data sources, and ideal for creating interactive dashboards and sharing insight with the stakeholders. Okay, so that is the basic difference between Excel and Power BI. If anyone has any question in between, you can put it in the chat box, or you can unmute and you can ask. Okay. So the more you ask, the more you interact, the more you will get from this session. So Power BI desktop, Power BI service, I already talked about. So desktop, you can use it only on the system. You cannot share the report with anyone. So if you want to share the report, you have to download, you have to save it as a PBX file, and then you have to share that file. And the other person who want to see the report should have Power BI installed on his or her system. But when you are using Power BI, your report will be uploaded on a server, Power BI server, and you will get a link. And that link you can share with anyone, and that person can open that link without actually having Power BI, because it works on a browser like your Google Chrome or your Mozilla. Okay, so we'll see how to do all this. Now there are different components of Power BI. One is Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, Power Maps, and Power Q&A. I will show you this practically. Yes, Satyajit, you want to say something? Or you are... Okay, fine. So what is Power BI? Oh, I think you have joined late. So Power BI is a reporting tool. Power BI is a tool which is used to create visual from any data. Okay. In next 2 minutes, I'm going to show you the actual software. So just wait for 2 minutes, you'll get all the answers. Okay. Or let us jump to the software now. So all these things I will cover later on. So you see these reports, you see these visuals. These are actually created in Power BI. So Power BI helps you present your data from a tabular form to a visual or graphical format. Okay. So that is all about Power BI. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, and before I start and I continue showing you what is Power BI, we can have some small 1 minute Q&A, 2 minutes Q&A. So I'm just taking up the questions which I have got in the chat box. So someone is saying, Shubham is saying, uh, do we need to learn Excel first to learn Power BI, or we can learn together Power BI and Excel? So I would say that ideally you should learn Excel first and then start learning Power BI, or simultaneously that can happen. Okay. So in my batches, I teach Excel as well as Power BI. Whenever I'm teaching Power BI, I do introduce Excel also, but both are different technologies, both are different softwares. So definitely you can learn them both, but ideally one should first learn Excel and then move to Power BI. Okay, now from where can you download Power BI? So I'm going to show you. So when you go to Google and you just type Power BI desktop, I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Yes. So when you type on the Google Chrome, the Power BI desktop, the first link that you get is of the Microsoft. There's a Microsoft logo. When you click on this link, you will be redirected to the Power BI website, powerbi.microsoft.com. It's a free software. Okay. So you can download it for free. Don't have to pay any subscription for it. When you click on this link, okay, this link I'm sharing in the Zoom chat also for the benefit of everyone. So you can use that link, and you can download it. Okay. So this is the website of Power BI. Okay. So when you click on this download free, Google Store will be open. So you can see the Google Store over here. So I'm just showing you Google Store. So this is the Google Store, and you will get this Power BI desktop window over here. Okay. So it is loading. So here you will see the word get over here in the blue button is there. It is open because I've already downloaded. For you, if you have not downloaded, it will be a get button. So when you click on this, it will download. And once it is downloaded, it will get installed and you can start using it. Okay. So link I've already shared in the chat box. You can download it after this session and you can start exploring it. Okay. So I'm just opening Power BI now, and I'm going to show you how it functions. Okay. So it is opening. So the icon of Power BI is this 3 yellow bars. So now you will see this Power BI loading. So it's just loading. We have downloaded the Power BI from the Microsoft website, and now it is opening up. It's a product of Microsoft, and you need to install it to use it. Okay, so it's an application just like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It's just an application developed by Microsoft for data visualization. Okay, so now this software has opened. You can see the Power BI window now. It's opening, loading up. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to everyone. You can see this window of Power BI. Yes, can I get some response from the people? Yes or no? Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Now see, you have the home tab, you have the open tab, you have a report, a new tab, okay, and then you have recommended introduction. So when you click on this getting started, it will automatically start a guide, okay, and which will tell you what is Power BI and how you have to use and all these things. So it will take you to the Power BI website or the Microsoft website, and it will open the page. Okay, I don't think anyone would be interested in reading out, okay, because since you have joined this webinar, you want to understand from me. So now let us directly start this journey of Power BI. And this is the window which opens when you open a Power BI software application. Now, what do you see right in the center of this application? It looks like Excel. Those who have worked with Excel, looks like Excel. Let me show you Excel also, because someone mentioned that you have never used Excel or seen Excel. Let me show you Excel also. And I'm using Excel 365. Okay, so I'm just opening my Excel. So Excel is an application or a software used for data analysis, data storage, and all these things. Okay. So yeah, this is a Excel window, and you will see rows and columns. Excel is divided into rows and columns, and you can have data analyzed over here. Okay. So we can do analysis of any data in Excel. This is an Excel file, right? Now, what do you see here in the Power BI window? What do you see written in the center? Can anyone read it for me? There's something written in the black bold font.
Add data to your report.
Add data to your report. Okay, so that means to start with Power BI, you have to connect to a data source. And then you can see 4 icons over here. One is import data from Excel. Then you have import data from SQL Server. Then you have placed data into a blank table. And then you have a use sample data. So if you already have a data in Excel which you want to analyze, you can click on this import data from Excel. The first option is to import data from Excel. As I already told you that Excel is the most commonly used application for storing data, collecting data, and all these things. So we are going to work with the Excel file. And now I'm going to open one Excel sheet, okay, which we already have a data. Okay, so I'm taking this Power Pivot in Excel file and I'm just opening this file. Okay, you can select any other data sheet that you have and you can open it. So when you connect to a data source from Excel, what it will do is it will import the data into Excel, into Power BI, and then you will be able to do some analysis or some create some visual from that data. So we need to wait until the data is loaded. So now you see one window has come, one dialog box has come, which is called as Navigator. So what is a navigator? Navigator will actually show you what the different files are there in your data. So you see there are 3 tables. You can see employee master, location master, and sales. And here also you have different tables. So when I click on this employee master, it will show me the preview of the data. So I have this table in the employee master, which has employee ID, employee name, supervisor name, and manager. When I click on this location master, it will show me the what is there in the location. And when I click on sales, it will show me the sales data. Okay. Now I want to select these 3 tables and I want to import it. So I'll just say load. Okay, there is something called as transform data, but due to lack of time, we'll not go into that. I'm just loading the data into Power BI. Okay, so I'm going to show you how actually Power BI can be used to create reports based of data which is there in the Excel format. Okay, and let me show you the data in the Excel also. In the meantime, when the data is getting loaded, let me show you the same file in Excel so that you have an idea of what we are doing. So I am going to the download section and the file name was Power Pivot in Excel. Okay, so I've opened the same file in Excel, which I had connected with this thing. So here you see these three files. This sales file was there, sales table was there, then location master and the employee master. Okay, now I want everyone's attention over here. Okay, so whether you have joined through laptop or mobile, just pay some attention. So in the employee master, we have employee ID, employee name, supervisor, and manager. So this sheet is just reporting, just recording how many employees are there, what is their employee ID, and who they are reporting to. Who this employee 1 to employee 5 are reporting to supervisor 1. Employee 6 to employee 10 are reporting to supervisor 2. And these supervisor 1 and 2 are reporting to manager 1. So it is showing the hierarchy. Similarly, when you go to the location master, it will showing you the location, country, and region. Like which location is belonging to which country, like which city is belonging to which country, and the country is belonging to which region. Okay. Like India is belonging to Asia, UK is belonging to Europe, and USA belonging to North America, like that. And finally, you have the sales file or sales sheet, which has the employee ID, date, city, and sales in units or sales in numbers. Okay. Now, suppose I want to find out like what is the total sales in India? What is the total sales in India? Can I get the information from this sheet, sales sheet? If I want to find out what is the total sales in India, can I get that information from this sheet? Yes or no? Tell me in the chat box. If I want to find out what is the total sales from India in this particular sheet, will I be able to do it or not? Okay, let me ask you a different question. These are the sales which have happened on different dates by different employees and different cities are there. Suppose I want to find out what is the total sales in New York. I want to find out what is the total sales in New York, because the sales have happened on different dates in New York. You can see that New York is appearing multiple times, but I want to find out the total of sales from New York City. Is it possible to get that answer in Excel? Yes or no? Those who have used Excel, they can say it is possible, right? So people are saying yes. People are saying yes. Okay, and let me show you how it is possible. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to just filter this table, put a filter on this table, and I will just select New York from here, New York. Now it will show me only those records which are having the city New York as New York, because I put a filter over here. And what I will do is I will select the column of sales. Okay, and here I will get the total sales. So my total sales from New York is 12,900, right? So, or else what I can do is I can use a formula over here. I can use a formula and I can find out what is the total sales from New York. So I can say sum if and the range. This is the city. So out of different cities which I have, okay, so let me just put off the filter first. Okay, I'm just giving one small example and then we'll again get back to Power BI. Okay, so I will just say sum if and I'll select this city, all the cities. So from all the cities list, I want to find out the sales only in New York. So I just mentioned New York. And then I want the total from this column. And I get 12,900. Okay. So instead of New York, if I put Delhi, I will get the Delhi sales. So this is what is the use of Excel. This is the use of Excel, right? So suppose I want to make it dynamic. I want to make it dynamic. I can write Delhi over here. And instead of me typing in the city, I can just give a reference of the cell over here. So actually, I'm not teaching Excel, but yeah, I'm a certified trainer for Excel. So whenever I open Excel, I get carried away. So this is Jaipur. When I do Jaipur, you will see the number changing. If I type in London, you will again see the number changing, isn't it? So it is possible, right? But if I ask you what is the total sales in India, my answer is, can you get this? Because there is no India over here, right? Where is India, guys? Where is India? In the location master, in the country, you will get India. But India, if I put a filter on India in the country sheet, I will say that if I have to find out the rural sales in India, what I have to do is I have to take a total of all these cities sales. Whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm saying, is it making sense to you? There are 40 people now in the webinar. Okay. So those who have joined late, okay, it started at 7. You might access the recording from the group which you have come. We will be sharing the recording of this session. But just focus on what I'm doing. So if I want to find out what is the total sales in India, so what I need to do is I need to add the total sales of all these cities. And all these city sales are in this different sheet. So it's a very difficult task in Excel. But the same task, we will do it in seconds in Power BI. Okay. So I'm into the Power BI sheet. And what I want to do is I want to find out the total sales for all the regions and continents. Okay. Total sales for all the continents. So Power BI has 3 views. One is a report view. Second, you have a table view. And third is a model view. Model view. So what is a model view? So here there were 3 tables, right? So now if you see, do you see this sales table getting connected with the employee table? The sales table is linked to the employee master table. And if I ask you a simple question, what is the common data or field you can see in the sales table and in the employee master? Tell me, what is the common data between the sales table and the employee master? You can type your answers in the chat box.
The column employee ID.
Correct. The column employee ID. So when you click on this, it will highlight the employee ID. Okay. So employee ID is common between the sales and the master data. Now, is there anything common between the location master and the sales data? Is there anything common between the location master? Because this table is not connected with any of these. So do you see anything common between these two tables?
No, nothing common there.
No, nothing common there. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you see the table, it has 3 columns: country, location, and region. Country, location, and region. Okay. So this location is nothing but the city, but the heading is different. The location is the city. So when I click on the location and I drag it and drop it on the city, you will get a connection between the two tables, a connection getting created. Can everyone see the connection between the two tables now?
Yeah, correct.
Correct? So these two also are now connected because there is something common, which is location and city, but these tables are still not connected. Why? Because there is nothing common. There is no region column. There is no column. Okay. So now see, even if they are not connected, let us see how we can report it, how we can show it in the visual format, because people would be waiting for that. Okay. And there are 40 participants now. Okay. Now see, so what I will do is I will first go to the location master and I will just go to this table view first. I will show you what is there in the location master. So in the location master, when I click on this location master, it will show this thing. So we have location. Location is nothing but the city name. So first I have to make this as a city. Okay, so I'm just changing the data category to city, and the country, I am making it as country. Okay, so there is an option of country, and this region, I am making it as a region. So you will see option of, there's no option of region, but we have state of provision or county. We'll make it as county. Okay, now do you see any change in this data set over here, in these icons over here? They earlier they were not having that globe symbol. Now the globe is there, right? Can you see that, people?
Yes.
Okay, now what we'll do is we will just click on the country and drop it over here. Now, what do you see? What do you see here? Earlier, when we started with Power BI, it was showing connect to a data source, connect to the data. Now it is showing what? Can anyone read out for me?
Yeah, build visuals with the data.
Build visual with your data. So how will you build visual? You will just put your data over here, drag and drop your data. So we have dragged and dropped the country in the canvas. This is called as a canvas. Okay. Now it is asking me to do some settings. Okay, so I'll just do that setting. And now you will see something surprising, something very interesting. Okay, so just hold on for 5-10 minutes, and definitely you're going to learn a lot new things today. Okay, so by the time I'm just doing this setting, can everyone give a quick feedback for this session? How it is going? Is it going good? Can you write down good if it is going good in the chat box? So what we need to do is, we have to go to the preview feature and we'll click on this map over here, shape map. It's already ticked, and yeah, so this is already done. So it's a very a tricky software. It's not easy. You have to do a lot of settings and a lot of changes. Okay, so global security. Okay, so there are different settings which you need to do before you actually use this. Okay, so I'm just doing that settings in the security, in the global settings, and I'll put that map on. And when I give the permission to create a map, it will actually create a map, and you will be able to see like what all locations you are having the data coming from, right? And you will be very surprised to see that. So just give me 1 minute. In the report settings, we'll just put on the tick in the map security. Yeah, so use maps and field maps. So you have to put a tick over here and here also. Okay, so once you give the permission to Power BI to use the maps, it can now create the map. Okay, so let me just click on OK. Now we are done. So again, I'll just cross this and I'll just again put it. So I'll just drag and drop the country again one more time. Thank you for all those who responded in the chat box. Okay. Chaliye. So what we are doing is we are just putting the dragging and dropping the country, and we'll have to just wait and see the magic happening here. So earlier it did not show us anything. Now we will see something. So depending on the data, it will take some time to process. Okay. Now what do you see, guys? What do you see, guys? Tell me, what do you see? बोलिए, क्या दिखा आपको स्क्रीन पे? Do you see a map? Do you see a world map? And you see some dots, right? So these dots are representing the locations which are present in our data. Okay, so these dots are actually representing the locations. Okay, so we have a one dot at Singapore. Okay, we have a dot at Vietnam. We have a dot at India. Okay, so we have a dot at Mexico. Okay, so these are the spots where our sales are happening, a presence is there. Okay, but right now what I've put it, I've just put the country in the map. Now let me add the sales also. Let me add the sales also. And now you'll see something else. So now what we have put the country and we have put the sales. Now, do you see some bigger circles and some small bubbles? A bigger circle and a smaller circle? Yes. So what does the bigger circle represent? What does the smaller circle represent? Can anyone tell me? Why do we have a difference? So the bigger circle representing higher sales, the country having higher sales, and the smaller circle representing the country having lower sales. Okay. Now I'll just do one thing. I will just change the color. Okay. And then it will make it more interesting. Just give me 1 more minute. So I'm just changing the color of the countries to just make this chart look more interesting. Okay. So now if you see, and let me put something on the labels as well. So category labels on. Yeah. Now let us see the map on a full screen. So let me close everything and show you. Okay, now I've just zoomed in into the map. Can you see the name of the countries also now? We have Japan, we have India, we have Singapore, we have Vietnam, we have UK, we have North America, Mexico, US, right? Can you see that? So by just not looking at the data, we did in the data, we had three different sheets and three different sheets had three different data, but we combined them and we put it into Power BI, and Power BI did what? It converted a visual. It converted the boring Excel data into a interesting visual, which is dynamic. Now, what do I mean by the word dynamic when I say dynamic? So that means when you do any selection, it will change. It will change. Okay, so let me just quickly show you something because the time is already up. But since people are joining still, let me take 5 more minutes and conclude this. So I have just changed the category of the map. So instead of a symbol map, now I've taken a filled map. Okay, and now what do you see? Do you see the different continents in different colors, the countries in different colors? So we have India in blue color, and then North America is there, and you will see this part of uh, okay, so you will see different countries in different colors, and US and all these things. Okay, Japan with these colors. Okay, so this is how Power BI presents your data into different visuals. Okay, so this is one part of it. Secondly, if you want to have a comparison, like how your sales is coming from different countries. Okay, so we'll create a pie chart. One more chart I will show you. So you just need to drag and drop. Okay, so you just need to select a visual and then you have to add data to it. So let me add some data over here. So we will add sales because I want to analyze the sales. I'll put it in the values. I'll put the sales into the values, and the city into the legend. Okay, so now what do you see? Tell me, what do you see? Do you see the distribution of sales coming from different cities, and each color is representing a different city? Okay, and let me show you something more interesting, even more interesting. And now let me add a filter, and in the filter we will put what? We'll put the region into the filter. So let me put the region into filter. Okay, so I put the region into filter. Okay, now let me select only Asia. Okay, let me apply. This is not applied or what? So so if you put a filter, if you put a this thing, okay, so if you put any filter, it will change the data. Okay, so in the filter, I put the region. Okay, so if I select Asia Pacific, it will show me only Asian countries. If I select Europe, it will show me only Europe. So in the Europe, you have only London, right? So in North America, we have Los Angeles and New York. So it is showing that the data, the revenue which is coming from Los Angeles is 53% and coming from New York is 46%. Okay. And if you click on this Asia Pacific, okay, so you get to see like how the data is coming from different countries in India. Okay, so I think we'll stop here, and this is what I actually wanted to show you, that how you can create the Power BI report. Once you create this report, there are lot many things that you can do. It's just an example. So we'll say Power BI demo session. No, I'm going to save this file. Once I save this file, you will get to see the title over here. Okay. And if I want to share it, what I need to do is I need to sign in to my Power BI account. Okay. So to sign in, you should have a developer account or you should have a subscription, and then you can share it with anyone. Okay. Once you share, you will be uploading it to your email, and then anyone can look at it and they can actually work with this data. Okay. So this was the display of Power BI. Okay, now let me take up your questions now. Okay, so I'm stopping my screen share over here, and now the forum is open for any questions that you want to have or you want to discuss anything. Okay, so quickly we can take up some questions, and I would like to understand from you. I would like to hear from you, like how did you like this session? So from 1 hour, people are listening, and there were 40 participants. Now there are 32. So almost we can say 80% crowd is still there. So thank you for being patiently listening to me, and would like to take up questions if you have any. And let me tell you that we are going to come up with a batch on Power BI from 1st of April. We are planning to start a batch on Power BI, and we are going to have a regular and a weekend batch for this. So if you are interested in joining, so you can reach out to Ceiling Software or to me, and you can put your queries. Okay, I'm just sharing my number also in the chat box. So if anyone is interested in learning Power BI, because see, this is going to be the future. Whether you learn Python, Java, and all these things, you learn the technology, right? But along with the technology, along with the software, you should learn how to do the data analytics also, because it is an upcoming field. I have many students coming from different areas, and now they are moving to data analytics because it is upcoming. And right. So there are going to be different batches. One we are planning for weekend and one we are planning for regular. So the regular batch will be from Monday to Friday. It will be in the morning. So morning 7 to 8 or 8 to 9. Or the weekend batch will be again in the morning, but a little later in the morning, maybe 10 to 12 or 9 to 11, 2 hours it'll. So it takes around 40 hours to 60 hours to cover Power BI in detail. Okay. So I will drop in the syllabus, the content of Power BI that we cover. Okay, so if you would like to learn Power BI, definitely you can reach out to us, and you can share your queries if you have
So,
any.
yeah, I
Yeah.
have no doubt, sir. This is weekdays class, huh? Uh,
Yeah, this is the weekday class. Yeah, this is the demo class. This is the demo session that we have kept. The classes will start
okay.
from 1st of April. Okay, so
What
we will
about
be, yeah.
timing?
Timing, see, the timing mostly would be 7 to 8 in the morning.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it'll be in the morning because I already have batches in the evening. So 7 to 8 in the morning. Those who are not able to join 7 to 8 in the morning, there is one more evening batch which is going on right now, which started, which is having Power BI and Tableau both. I am taking both the sessions for Tableau and Power BI also. But you can join the evening batch also, regular batch in the evening, 8 to 9 it is happening. So now I have a session. And a new batch is opening, coming up, which will be starting from 1st Monday. Okay, and that will be in the morning, 7 to 8. And we are starting a weekend batch also, Saturday, Sundays. That will go for 3 to 4 months. So because for 2 hours each week, we'll have 4 hours. So it'll take longer time. So if you are working or if you do not have time on to attend every day, you can attend the weekend batch also. So I've shared the content. I'll show you the content on my screen also, what we are going to cover and in this particular batch. Okay. And
So if weekdays based means how much time it will take?
the weekend batch,
No, no, weekdays. That from
weekdays,
Monday.
yeah, weekdays, it will take around 2 months to complete. So April and May, 2 months it will take. 1 hour each day will be a class. So there will be 20 hours, 25 hours in April and 20 25 hours in May. So near about 45 to 50 hours we'll cover this. And there are 7 modules which are I'm going to discuss in this course. So this is what I'm showing on the screen. This is all what we are going to cover. So it is not 3 months, it is 2 months for the regular batch, and it'll be 4 months for the weekend batch. But it'll be, yeah, DAX is going to be covered. Yeah, DAX is an important aspect. You can see module number 5 is DAX. So we'll be covering a DAX and all these things.
After
And
covering the course, if we get the certificate.
yeah, you will get the certificate from Sealant Software, and you will get the recordings as well. All the recordings will be provided, and we are going to do real-time case studies also. So I will be doing 5 7 projects in the entire course duration. Okay, so that is all what we are going to cover. So I've
Okay, sir.
shared, yeah.
After course or before course?
Yes, someone has any question?
सर जो प्रोजेक्ट्स आफ्टर कोर्स या बिफोर कोर्स?
ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स, हम जब कोर्स करेंगे तो आफ्टर 1 वीक वंस वी अंडरस्टैंड द बेसिक थिंग्स, उसके बाद से प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे. सो एवरी वीक आई विल बी टेकिंग 2 प्रोजेक्ट्स. एक वन प्रोजेक्ट आई विल बी डूइंग इन द क्लास along with the participants. One I will be giving you as an assignment that you will do at your own, and we will discuss it after every weekend. So हर एक वीक के बाद एक प्रोजेक्ट होगा. So there will be 4 and 4 8 weeks program. So 8 projects we are going to do, and one big live project we are going to do. Okay, so this will ensure that you are job ready when you go to the industry. You have an experience working with the uh, Power BI certified trainer, so you will be able to do hands on. Okay, so any other questions, anyone, before we wind up this session? I've shared my number in the chat. You can save my number, and you can ping me if you have any other queries. Okay, so we will be taking up your queries. Okay, and you can either reach out to Silan Software website, or you can talk to them. Okay, and we'll be doing it. Okay. So if you want to learn more, I am sharing my YouTube channel link also. I am having a channel on which I have uploaded many videos on Excel and Power BI and Tableau and many other technologies. So you can just view my channel also, and you can learn from there as well. Okay. So now I will have to take a leave because I already have a session ahead. So thank you all for joining. And if you still have any further queries, do connect with me on my WhatsApp, and I am going to answer all your queries.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Thank you.